that's really how it's been. And then we do a little self-scout after the bye week just to see what you can improve on. And so after that, really it's just one day of that, and then you're on the island. So. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
What did you, as patients going through this, you know that they're going to not let you get deep.
I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. They could be playing press man. You never know. So, I mean, I'm just going to read the defense and take what's there and try to be smart with the ball and just make sure we don't turn the ball over. So, yeah, you really never know. So, I mean, I'm preparing for a lot of different things, different angles they can come at. And, so I'm not preparing for them to be super deep or up close. I'm kind of preparing for everything.
CJ, I know you guys probably watched film from Michigan State. When you got a chance to look back at that catch Marvin had and Carter at his ankles, just kind of what is your thoughts while watching that on film? Like, I know you threw the ball, but just watching it back on film.
Yeah, it was a hell of a catch, man. It shows you how much work he puts in behind closed doors with after hours and nobody's in here. Marvin's always in here getting extra catches with the machines and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to see his work pay off, and I'm excited for him to keep doing that. But he does stuff like that on regular, so it's not crazy to us. So.
Well, when you have a receiver like that who's so in control of his body, he puts himself in positions. How much as a quarterback does it make it easier for you to trust him in those one-on-one situations because he puts himself in positions like that?
Right. Yeah. He make all of our receivers. They do a great job winning the one-on-ones and things like that. And Marvin is definitely knows his body well and knows how to torque it or does things in different ways to make sure that he catches the ball and he stays in bounds. So it's pretty cool to see and have receivers like that.
CJ, the big concern now in Buckeye land is if y'all do get Jackson Smith and Jigba back, sooner rather than later, how do you keep everybody happy in that receiver room? What's your retort to that?
We all have a job, and even Jackson understands that. I have a job to do to read the defense the right way and not force things. And Julian, Marvin, Mecca, X. Everybody's really unselfish, which is I think what separates us from a lot of other that room from a lot of other rooms is they all want to see each other eat. So I don't think it'll be an issue.
Is one of the blessings, the silver linings of Jackson's problem or situation early this year that y'all been able to develop ridiculous depth in that room? Those guys have all come of age that you just named, right?
Yeah, they've been playing well since the freshman year coming in the spring and camp. So it's nothing new for anybody in the building, but for everybody else, it's kind of like wow, they're amazing receivers, and we do have a lot of depth in the room, which is amazing. I think we'll just keep it up and try to be better.
You guys got to go through the bye week. What did you do with your Saturday off? Did you catch any college football?
Yeah, I watched a couple games. Excuse me. Yeah, I watched a couple games and seen what was going on around college football, which I like kind of sitting there and watching games, see some of my friends play, some of the homies, and some people that I like to just watch play. And I think a lot of my friends did well, so I'm happy for them.
How much do you think about you guys versus that other competition?
At that moment in time, I don't think about it. I try to just enjoy the game. It's an entertainment sport, so just trying to be entertained.
I was talking to Coach Brady about you. He was saying that you kind of approach football like basketball, like a point guard. You're kind of always aware of what's going on in the field, especially who's involved, who's not involved, who maybe needs to get involved. Why do you like that? Why do you take that approach to the
honestly, I'm not sure. I played basketball a lot growing up. That was my first sport, my first love. I always kind of played point guard or around that. So maybe it just came from that leadership aspect. And I definitely think that it pays dividend in how I kind of approach the game, like you said. So I just try to be as best as I can with our assistant quarterback coach, Coach Fitch, always talks about being a quarterback is like being a point guard. It's making everybody around you better. So if that's me watching film extra or if that's me staying out to practice throwing, whatever the case may be, I'm trying to make everybody around me better. And I definitely think that probably pays dividends in me playing basketball.
Say you're forcing the ball to anybody because you're taking that defense good. Can you sense when somebody maybe hasn't ball good?
You can always tell by somebody's attitude on the sideline. That probably tell you right there. But really on this team, even last year, there wasn't a lot of that going on because we were winning, and everybody was happy. If you win, I mean, it's kind of hard to be sad, but I understand everybody really works hard in this building to make things happen. So I understand people are irritated and frustrated. Even I get frustrated sometimes if I miss somebody or if I'm not perfect in a way. So, but at the end of the day, it's all about winning and making sure everybody's happy with that first and foremost, but making sure people get their touches and stuff.